All right, so today's theme, well, pretty much like every other day, get as big as fucking possible, lift as much weight as possible, for as many times as possible. Pretty fucking simple, right? I wish it was that simple, but it's not. But generally, that's the theme. I am going to do something a little different today. I'm going to try to maximize my range of motion on this, while still also at the same time lifting as heavy as I can. And as those words come out of my mouth, I'm kind of like, that should be every fucking set, every rep, right? I mean, but you know, it is easy to kind of get lost in the moment, I guess. Whenever you're lifting heavy, you can slowly start to lose a little nuances of really good range of motion, really good control. It's natural, you know what I mean? So even though I like to think every rep, every millisecond, and every set, I'm thinking good range of motion, good control, squeezing all those boxes are getting checked. You can kind of get lost in it, especially when you're going really fucking heavy. So it's um it's easier said than done to make sure you're doing all those things. But today I really want to try to. So I have it maxed out, and honestly, it might get too heavy before I do all my sets. So if it does, I have no mind backing off a little bit, going a little lighter. Because I plan on doing 4 sets here. That's a lot of reps, a lot of sets for this. So we'll see how it goes. But the gym is kind of crowded at the moment, and I'm right in the fucking middle of it. So I need to kind of cut back on the chit chat and quit being an asshole and get all my shit out of the way. But so yeah, let's get right to it. Ah. Fuck. I probably could have squeezed one more out, but just knowing in the back of my head, I gotta do this 3 more times. Again, I hate to sound like a fucking nerd here, but this is my passion, so I do a lot of reading up on this stuff. And they say, studies show, if you stop 1 rep short, or even 2 reps short of failure, you get the same net benefits as if you go all the way to failure. But you save your joints, you save that extra little fatigue. It becomes more recoverable. So it's like, why go all the way to failure if you don't have to? Now, I still will do it occasionally, just because it's fun to challenge yourself in that way. But say I do 4 here, like I plan to. 3 of them will probably be 1 or 2 reps short. Maybe the last one I'll go all the way to failure. We'll see. But that felt good. As I sit here and talk, I can already feel my lats kind of filling up with blood. So, but one set in, my grip's already fucking with me a little bit. But that's not gonna stop me. We'll do 3 more. We wanted some biceps. Oh. Mm, mm, mm. Ah. Ah. Oh shit. Some of you might not know, I normally would not start with that close grip attachment. Even honestly, I would say I barely even use that. If I do it, it's usually closer to the end of my workout. But I actually heard this from the one and only Jeff Nippard. Yes, I watch him. Um, and he was saying if you want to hit your lats a little better, a closer grip is actually more optimal. It's kind of a misconception that people think you want a wider back, so a wider grip. That's very simple thinking. But he said it's not the case. The closer your grip is, the more you're gonna hit your lats, and the bigger your lats get, the wider you're gonna look. So I figured I'd try it today. And I gotta say, of course, it's only 2 sets. I don't want to be a prisoner of the moment, but it feels really fucking good. My lats are, again, I got 2 more to go still, and my lats are pretty fucked up. I like it. Like I said, 2 more. Okay, one more. Impromptu back down set. After the third one, I was thinking to myself, I can do one more with the weight max, no problem. And I still think I can, but it's to the point where I'm feeling it just as much in my forearms as I am my back. I don't want that, so one up, uh, 4 notches. Oh my God, I can't even do the math there. Went up 4 notches, so I should be closer around that 15 rep range here, and hopefully fill it in my lats a little more. No, fuck it. I was gonna do a drop set, but that's enough volume here. I'll save the drop sets for later stuff. I think that was more than enough. Let's move on to biceps. All right, good old fashioned plated preacher curls. For biceps, in my opinion, it doesn't get better than this. This exercise right here. If someone asked me, you know, you could only do one bicep exercise for the rest of your life, it'd probably be this one. The only downside would be, and this is just a personal thing, I think. For me, the my recoverability on this is, for whatever reason, it's not very good. Let's just say it like that. It really kind of fucks up my biceps. There's sometimes I'll do this, and I'm only gonna do 3 sets, and that'll probably be it. I won't touch another thing for biceps today. But a lot of times when I do this, my biceps can be sore for 2, 3 days. Um, and no other exercise really touches that. Like this is by far the best one. So that's why I like it. It doesn't take much. I don't need a lot of volume. Do 3 sets of this, my biceps are they're good to go. So, but anyways, let's I might add some weight, but basically like always, let's see what I do here, and that'll kind of determine. That's pretty easy. Let's add a 5 on each side. We'll add 10 total pounds and see. I'm gonna do that 2 more sets. Hopefully that brings me down around 9 or 8 reps. Maybe 10 on the next one. I might get. And the last one 8 or 9. I think it'll be good. Of course, I'm just guessing, but I'm usually pretty close with this stuff, so we'll see. Wow, these feel surprisingly pretty fucking easy. Like relatively speaking, like yeah, it was a tough set. I made it that, but in all honesty, the weight, didn't really feel like there's sometimes when I do this, I start with 120, then I add the fives, 130, and that 10-pound jump from 120 to 130 can feel like you know, a 50-pound jump on a squat or something, or a 75-pound jump might even be closer to what it can feel like sometimes. It just feels really difficult. Not today. It felt really good. Kind of wish like I'm thinking like, why couldn't have I felt like this yesterday on my bench day when I tried that 415? Probably would have got not a lot more, but I think I would have got at least a couple more reps on that 415 bench. But that is what it is. I don't even need to really focus on that. But yeah, I mean, I felt fucking good. Let's do one more and I'll do a drop set, and that's it for biceps. Oh shit. Ah. Ah. I went a little insane on that. Sometimes you just gotta laugh. You just gotta laugh at the fucking pain. That's one thing I've learned. If you don't embrace that shit, you're not gonna make it very far. A lot of people want to come in here for a month or two, half-ass it, and think, I'll get the physique that I want. No, you have to embrace that. It's gonna be sucky. It's gonna hurt 90% of the time, and a lot of times you're not even gonna want to come in here. It's just something you gotta embrace. That's part of it. And that set kind of embodied all of that. Because that drop set really, it felt good. It felt like it was supposed to, but it just sucked. A lot of pain involved on that one. Good pain. All right, biceps are done. Let's move on. Let's focus on back now. All right, I'm gonna be just 100% up front here. I'm starting to feel it already. I still have roughly 6 more sets, with probably a couple of drop sets thrown in there. So at least 8, if not more. It's gonna be a little rough, but I guess that's the point, right? It's supposed. If it wasn't difficult, am I really accomplishing anything in here? Probably not. So that is the whole point. But you know, some days you feel it more than others. Some days you hit that wall sooner than later. I think today I'm kind of hitting it a little sooner than what I normally would. Um, so yeah, I'm just gonna do like the weight is not a priority here. Like I don't want to go so heavy that I only get fucking 8 reps. I'm okay with getting a little more volume on these. Dare I say even like 15. And honestly, with what I have on here, this might be too much. I might not even get 15. I might do this. Kind of realize, all right, let's just go down to 4 plates. Take the 25 off each side and see how that goes. But I won't really know until I do it. So yeah, weight's not really a priority at this point. I mean, fuck. It is and it isn't. Weight is more of a priority at the very beginning of my workout. That's when I try to. That's when you're strongest. That's when I try to lift as much weight as I can for as many sets I think is viable. Sometimes that's only 2 sets. Sometimes that's 4. I never fucking know. It's it just varies from day to day, from week to week. But the farther I get in my workout, that's when I am kind of more. It's more acceptable to not worry about the weight as much. Yeah, I'm still worrying about it, but it's just lighter. Like I said, I'm in that 15 rep range rather than say at the beginning. I want to be more in that 7 to 10 rep range. A heavy 7 to 10. So that's kind of what I mean when I say weight's not a priority. It still is. It's just not the main. The main thing at this point is good reps and time under tension. That's kind of my main focus. Anyways, why don't you say I shut the fuck up and do a set? Fuck. That wasn't bad, but honestly, I mean, what I do, 13 or 14? With with each set, I'm gonna lose some. I don't know. Like I said, that wasn't bad, but I think I'm gonna go down to 4 plates anyways. I did like 13 or 14. I mean, damn close to the 15 I said I'd like to get. But I think my form and time and attention would start to dwindle, if you will, with each set if I stayed at this weight. So let's go down to 4, get a little bit better form and just more manageable for what I'm trying to do. Shit. Ah, fuck. Mm. All right. I don't even need to say anything after that. Let's just move on. Fuck. This is something that I had not done in a while, actually. Um, And I'm kind of doing it because I have to. Everything else is taken. I'm just being completely honest here. But I really do like this one. The reason I quit doing it is because, like, I'm not trying to go heavy here, but even not trying to go heavy, it's still just really fucking light. But I mean, basically, you can see the concept here. It's just a pull down with the rope. Really light. I might get 30 reps here. I don't know. Okay, amount of reps unknown, but I do know that did not feel good when that fell on my leg. I mean, yeah, it's pretty light, but I'm already here. I'll do two more. All right, the limiting factor on that first one here was starting to be my forearms. Really no surprise, because on regular lat pull downs it's the same thing. I just don't fucking like it, man. I feel like it takes away from my lats. So I gotta figure out, I mean, one, what the problem is, why my forearms keep doing that, or just find a way to do it. Maybe go lighter. I mean, as much as I don't want to. Um, but I will say, this is one of those few exercises where it feels really good to just take like a half second or a full second at the fully contracted position and just squeeze it and hold it. I don't know. It just feels better. I feel like I get more out of it now. 90% of the exercises in here, I would say you don't need to do that. But this one, I feel like it at least for me, it kind of adds to it a little bit. So, and I did go a little heavier, so hopefully this, I don't get as many reps. All right, one more. Ah. Mm. Oh my god. Both my hips are wanting to cramp up on that. Fuck, that is not fun at all. You know what though? Let's continue that. Let's see if we can really make them cramp by doing a drop set. Fuck it. Fuck. Almost couldn't even get up. I think we're done. Yeah, I know we're done. Let's go pose in about, I don't know, 5 minutes. Okay. After that last set, I went to pick up my bag, and little did I know, the very edge of my tripod, let me adjust this a little more. The very edge of my tripod was on top of my bag. So when I picked it up, knocked the whole thing over, and literally broke this part right here of my microphone to pieces. I was pretty worried. Luckily, at least I tested it. I guess I'll find out when I'm editing. It still works. So I kind of dodged a bullet there, if you will. It still works, so I'm gonna keep using it as long as I can. But god dang, I just cannot get my camera set up the way I want. But yeah, so let's check the pump out. Like I said, I dodged a bullet. So let's check this out. So this new light that I got, I like it for certain poses, but then for others, I'm not quite sure. A lot of the detail, it's so bright, and I can get so close to it, I actually start to lose some detail because it doesn't cast enough shadow because it's so bright. So, I'm gonna keep messing around with it and see. And of course, I'm not the most conditioned. I'm not the leanest. I'm not the most ripped. So that's part of why my battery's almost dead. That's part of why I'm also not seeing a lot of detail. Like on that front double, it's pretty sloppy right now. Um, but it is what it is. So, I mean, good workout. That's all that matters. Good workout. When I start cutting, hopefully that'll start to fix. I mean, it will fix a lot of them, maybe not all the problems, but lighting it does make a big difference. So, but anyways, we're done.